right, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Zergs, Terrans, and Protosses, and anyone else if I missed someone. I am Moletrap. With me here is Kaldor, and that is right, those two Marines are going to duke it out. We're going to have a Terran versus Terran here, and it's going to be the same situation as the last game of the group play, where if Polt beats MMA, then he will tie everything up.
Look to your left.
Then he will tie everything up, and if MMA beats Polt, then he will win the group. So
a big sign, I want more Pepsi.
I think we're out of Pepsi.
We are out of Pepsi.
Sorry.
The fridge's empty. I just checked. That's why I got a coffee. No, one of those cappuccino things. But yeah, that sign is priceless.
There's plenty of green tea.
They're showing it, aren't they? Looks like it.
Well, anyway. So we're going to have another Terran versus Terran now. Polt is the only person today to actually beat MMA. No one else has beaten him.
Nope.
So we're going to see if he can do a repeat performance. So it's going to be on the map Crossfire, which I have a special place for in my heart because it's modeled after Shin Peaks of Baekdu, which was one of my favorite Brood War maps.
Huh?
What?
Exactly.
It was a Brood War map.
Okay.
Very, very popular Brood War map. And so they made a Starcraft 2. Peaks of Baekdu.
Okay. What's Baekdu?
Baekdu? I have no idea.
Isn't that somewhere in the history of StarCraft Brood War? There must be something that's called Baekdu.
I'm sure it means something, and maybe it's an actual place in Korea.
I'll
look that up. I will look that up for you, Kaldor. I'll try and figure that out if I can.
Is it an official Blizzard map?
No, of course not. They didn't play any tournament games on official Blizzard maps after 2002.
No idea. They might just have made
well,
that up.
Actually, no. No, they played on Hunters for the 2v2 games in like 2008 or 9 or something like that. That was kind of funny.
I have to admit once again, I didn't play StarCraft Brood War on a competitive level. I was more the Warcraft 3 type, so you can talk to me about Twisted Meadows and Gnollwood and all those maps, but with StarCraft Brood War maps, I'm kind of helpless.
Sorry. That's all right. We got it both covered between the two of us, though.
Yeah, we do.
But we're going to see if Polt has MMA covered or if MMA is going to be able to advance in first in the group. This next game. And down here in the bottom left is our Terran player who I tried to go give a thumbs up to during the break. Seltzer yelled at me.
Slayers, MMA.
She's like, come on, man, he's in the zone. I'm like, I'm trying to cheer him up. He looks like he was concerned.
That kid is good.
So if MMA loses, it's my fault.
But so is his opponent. Starting at the top right of Crossfire in the blue colors. It is none other than
GSL Polt.
And I want to give a quick shout out to Legend. Startail Legend, the Observer, and what I usually do when I'm on the second screen, I try to follow the camera of him just because I want to have an idea what you guys on stream are seeing. And the last map he trolled me quite a bit because while we had the player introductions going and the game was already on, he was just moving across the map like crazy. It was insane. I was close to an epileptic attack, to be honest. And yep, so quick shout out to Legend. You're doing an awesome job. Thank you very much for that. Thanks for being awesome. And awesome they are, MMA and Polt, the two players on this map, and we have gas for Polt and none for MMA.
Yes, indeed. And while this game is starting up, I'll just remind you one more time, you can go to GOMTV.net/ticket, check out all the new ticket stuff. And I apologize earlier for mentioning, I have a few tweets about this. I apologize earlier for mentioning that the GSTL was included with the $99 package. There is a package. You can get all the GSTL and GSL for I think $139 or something like that. So. But it is a good deal. If you think about it, if you break it down, you think about the amount of games, especially because actually now with the new format, there's actually more games in a single GSL season as well. So it really works out well.
Exactly. And the other thing is it's not only that one single ticket. There are 3 different passes that you can actually get. So there's something in for everyone, and if you just check out gomtv.net/ticket, then you will be able to get a good idea about what exactly those passes offer. You should definitely do that. MMA and Polt now in the last game of that first 3-way tie. Polt is getting an expansion. And MMA right now with the barracks, the factory being built and the second gas being taken as well. This sure looks like he's going for some Banshee Herons.
I would not be surprised at all. In fact, I would be surprised if it's not that. Definitely, since he is getting he's going to get a lot of gas in there, and he's not going to be able to use that gas really unless he is going to.
But he's going to get a reactor.
Oh, never mind. Well, you can do that too. Actually, this is something that we've seen a little bit more recently. Well, actually, I don't know. We'll see what he does. But we've seen reactor Hellions and TVD sometimes.
And one Medivac.
Oh, okay. I see.
It looks like he's going for Marines.
Is it the Medivac or is it going to be Banshees with it though? Because he moved the factory over. Is he going to make a tech lab?
Quite sure. He didn't start Hellions. Yep, so it's going to be a tech lab.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah, we have a little bit of variety going on. This is one of the things that make Terran so strong in the early stage of the game. There's a lot of different strategies that you can play. And one of them evolves with 8 Marines, 1 Medivac, and you have the 3 Hellions as well. Then you attack with them. But what Polt is doing right now is actually going for Marines and the Banshee.
Yeah, this is actually really normal. We were thinking about all these crazy possibilities, and we didn't realize that it was just a normal thing. It's actually very standard to get the reactor when you're going for Banshees, because then you're spending so much gas on Banshees, you have extra minerals to spare, and if you have the reactor down, you can make extra Marines to go with it. Plus, then if they go Banshees, you have Marines to try and counter their Banshees as well. So it's a very common thing to do, and MMA is going to go ahead and do the same thing a little bit later.
Yep, he's doing exactly the same thing. He gets an expansion in. So he starts an expansion and then he transitions into Banshees. And MMA will probably get Cloak as well. He should have the resources.
Scan goes off for both players. Neither player sees the starport.
Polt is getting Cloak and MMA is going for the Viking first.
Oh, never mind. Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. He did actually see MMA starport. I thought that was way off to the side and couldn't see it. But he saw the starport.
And he reacts with the Viking.
Perfect. Wow, so Polt, we're going to have to see what damage he can get done, though. He needs to get damage done with these Cloaked Banshees. Oh, no, it's not. And the Viking is trying to chase down that Banshee before Cloak finishes. And Cloak is about 5 seconds.
That's too late.
3, and it's not in time. The first Banshee goes down, but here's the follow-up of Marines moving out on the map. Never mind.
MMA is getting the siege tank upgrade right now, and I don't think that Polt will really be pushing with that. He would run straight into the Marines of MMA and the tanks as well. This is not going to work in Polt's favor. The thing is, MMA has the expansion. He already has a second orbital command. He has 2 mules right now. So Polt needs to do some damage. If he doesn't deal damage to MMA right now, MMA will be far ahead because of his better economy.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm not sure if he's going to move down and take his expansion just yet, though, but I'm not sure if he can afford to. Once he gets siege mode, he should be able to push down and take his expansion pretty safely.
Banshee in the back now, being scouted by the missile turret already. Will there be a scan? Is he going to? Yes, he's finishing that Banshee
one
off.
volley and 2 volleys takes it out.
This is bad for Polt.
Yeah, this is really bad for Polt, actually. Because that is a large force moving across the map for MMA, and siege mode is complete. Well, I guess he's not moving out on the map yet. Actually, he may not move out on the map. He's got his expansion. He's probably just going to take that and go for it. And here comes another Cloaked Banshee. The Marines get a little too close.
But beautiful positioning with those 2 Vikings. He knows as soon as the Banshee moves in order to attack the tanks, he can just scan once, and the Vikings will take it out immediately. And Polt is forced to expand as well. He knows there is no way he can attack into MMA's siege tanks at this point of time. So he tries to expand as well, but MMA already has the advantage when it comes down to economy.
Yeah, MMA is starting to slowly push a little bit across the map. Polt is actually going around the side, which is good because it's going to force MMA to fall back and defend his expansion instead of pushing out across the map. Oh, but that Banshee gets caught. Oh, one more volley. Does nail it, and not quite close enough to, he is close enough to that scan.
That was the
Or was there another scan?
Was that the, no, it was,
I think he just barely wandered within range of that other scan that was still there.
Didn't he use the second one?
Oh, did he? Never mind. I didn't see the second scan.
I thought I saw a second one, but
no,
it might be...
my monitor's cut off, so I might not have seen it.
Okay. Well, the thing is, how many Banshees did he lose? It was 4?
Yeah, something like 4.
Let's put that into numbers. Resources lost for Polt 1,200. Resources lost for MMA 100.
Oh dear.
The supply is the same right now. That's because MMA is just ahead in upgrades. He is getting more production facilities and upgrades, and he is about to drop his opponent, and Polt didn't scout that, but he has a Marine wandering across the map, up that ramp, and the Marine will spot that medevac.
Oh yes, it will, and he's still going to have to go with it, I guess. Oh, he loses a Viking for no reason, but the drop is going to go down in the back.
What is Polt doing? He doesn't even react to the drop. He saw it.
And that's a good question.
Oh, and he's losing a lot of SCVs. He's losing a ton of them.
Wow.
Look at that.
MMA targets down the SCVs and gets out.
He lost 6. And he's targeting down the ladder.
And a little bit of healing going on here. Oh, he's gonna... Oh, he almost got the Banshee too, actually.
And backing off again. Nice. MMA doing really good.
Yeah. Very few losses there considering
much
the amount
better
of damage
economy.
he did.
42 SCVs against 33. 2 mules that he already has. His opponent by now also has +1, the orbital command upgrade, and MMA is going for Stim, going for +1 armor and +1 attack.
And he's pushing forward. Oh, and he has the Viking advantage. So if Polt wants to trade blows with these tanks, he's going to have to siege up. I'm sorry, not siege up. He's going to have to scan. The Banshee was able to provide a little bit of vision for a moment, but it runs out of energy.
MMA is so far ahead right now. He is lacking concussive, sorry, not concussive shell. He's lacking that as well, but he doesn't really need it. But he's lacking the combat shield and another Banshee.
Another Banshee with virtually no damage done by any of these Banshees.
MMA is really showing us how good he really is. Polt, I don't know. He's struggling. He's struggling a lot, and MMA is now getting ahead in upgrades. It's crazy. Stim is about to finish. +1 attack is already done. +1 armor is on its way.
Going? Polt's still trying to make something happen with these Cloak Banshees, and the Cloak runs out, and that Banshee's gonna get away. Thought I was gonna say die, didn't you? But I didn't. I said get away.
Still a 10 supply lead in terms of the worker count, 53 to 43. And the second engineering base now just being built for Polt. He is so far behind when it comes down to the upgrades. But he has the combat shield already. Well, it's been done in a few seconds. I'm not quite sure if MMA realized that he doesn't have combat shield yet. Because Stim finished.
Yeah, and 1-1.
And he didn't start the combat shield yet. That would be a huge blunder.
Yeah, that would not be good at all. He's going to go for another drop here. And it's not going to... Well, actually, Polt's army is way out of position, so he's only going to have to deal with this with reinforcements. And, of course, he doesn't have Vikings to pull back.
And this time, MMA's timing of the armor is a little bit off, but he's dropping in the main base, killing additional SCVs, killing mining time as well. And now the combat shield starts. It's a little bit late, but still, MMA is going to get his upgrade. Supply blocking Polt, killing 1-2 depots, and now backing off with a drop. 140 supply against 124. The advantage in upgrades, getting another base, a third now. MMA doing a perfect TVT right now.
Yeah, he is starting to snowball out of control right now. He's still just a small snowball. You know, he's about the size of a basketball right now. He's getting rolling, but he's
an avalanche.
Exactly, he's picking up speed, and Polt's gonna get buried if he doesn't pull something off miraculous very soon. And these Banshees are being the opposite of miraculous. They are not getting any damage done at all.
Remember, combat shield is not done just yet. MMA getting +2/+2, dropping in the main base, attacking now. Polt has the hit point advantage on his Marines, but getting onto the high ground, sieging up, and that encounter, killing a lot of tanks, but still, we don't have combat shield just yet.
Oh, ouch. But Polt has killed so much, though.
And look at his position.
He lost his tanks. He's going after the SCVs of MMA. They are not going to escape. None of them get to the ramp except for 2.
The command center might die as well.
Is he going to get it? He's repairing it with those 2 SCVs. He scans to get the command center. It goes down.
Unbelievable. Polt needed a huge win, and it can't get any bigger than that.
I said miraculous, and this is indeed a miraculous. I don't even know how these Marines managed to get over here. He's gotten MMA's tanks trapped on one side. He's got the Marines trapped on the other. And there is a single tank back here. It might be enough. He's going to get over this side. Polt is low on hit points on a lot of those Marines, though, so he's probably going to lose them now, yeah.
Finally, combat shield is done, and
but the damage has been done.
MMA is able to kill that army. And his late combat shield was definitely a really significant factor in the last encounter.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have happened. MMA should have lined that up.
What?
Wow.
Oh, wait. Never mind. He's transferring him to his new base. I'm sorry. I thought he was
all of them.
I thought he was going with all of his SCVs for this attack, but he's actually transferring them. My bad.
And now Polt is ahead with 20 supply, and there's that encounter. Remember that MMA still has the advantage when it comes down to the upgrades, and in a few seconds he will have +2/+2, while Polt only has +1 attack.
Wow, that is going to be pretty big. Polt does have the supply advantage now, though, possibly because MMA lost a lot of SCVs. But here's the thing is, MMA has a nice fresh base. It's nice and fresh and crisp and new. The leaves aren't wilting yet or anything like that. Polt is mined out as main as well, but Polt's expansion is only his natural, which is going to mine out very soon. So if this game goes on another 3 or 4 minutes, we're going to see a situation where Polt needs to get another base or die. And MMA is looking good in that sense. He's not going to give up too easily.
A huge amount of that army, of that supply advantage that Polt has, is based on the SCVs that died, by the way. In terms of army supply, it's 68, roughly 70 for MMA, 92 for Polt. Still a huge...
Still a good... Yeah.
Yeah, still a huge advantage, but remember the upgrade advantage of MMA.
Sorry about that. That was the noise that I make when I think that a bunch of Marines are about to get hit by a siege tank fire. And it didn't happen. Oh.
Good positioning by MMA with the
very
medivac.
nice. Positioning just outside of the enemy's siege tank range because he knew where they were. And oh, and he's pushing in even farther here. Polt sieges up a little bit earlier, but he didn't have vision, so he didn't get a first volley off. And he's actually not scanning. He's not getting any volleys off. Loses a tank for no reason. Gonna lose another one for no reason. Polt, what are you doing?
Oh, and he's flanking him. He's coming in from behind, trying to take him on from two sides. Polt attacking the tanks as he jumped for MMA, and MMA is obliterating that force of Polt.
Polt went in for a flank, but didn't attack with the other side, and instead only fought one battle, and as a result, the extra tanks are still alive, and MMA survives. See that group of Marines right there? That group of Marines is fired. When the big battle was going on, they sat and hid in the corner instead of stimming in and killing off tanks. And I think that MMA is going to take the group now. Polt looked like he was going to come back, but MMA has come back.
And he is still a huge lead when it comes down to upgrades, and is actually trying to get the +3 attack upgrade right now. So he will have... Yeah, there's 1-1 for Polt and 2-2 for MMA, and the +3 attack is on its way already.
Yeah. Polt has floated his main command center up to the top left, so he can start mining there. But you know what? MMA is slowly pushing up that direction. And soon he's going to be within range to start assaulting that base, and Polt's going to mine out in his natural in mere moments, at which point MMA will have a distinct advantage.
MMA already has a huge advantage when it comes down to the army supply. He's on 84 right now against 62. That's, of course, due to the difference in SCV count.
And here's a random little attack from Polt. It kind of looks like a drop, but they just walk in the front door.
And there are actually a lot of them. And that might pose a threat to MMA. He decides to attack, and he's going for the base at the top left. There's nothing. There is nothing for Polt in order to defend. Will he lose that base? He certainly looks like it.
He is going to lose that base. Is he going to kill MMA's army in return, though? He's going to get half of it. Where are the siege tanks? Oh, gets a lot of Marines there.
Polt has the advantage when it comes down to the supply in the main base. A fierce battle is now starting between the Marines of Polt and MMA.
Wow, these several Marines and one medevac are killing all of the reinforcements of MMA as they pop out. He's targeting them down, not letting them gather up into a force. It looks like with a few SCVs, he might finally polish that off.
And the only reason why he was able to take that army on is his upgrade advantage.
Oh, true. Wow. Polt, though, on the other side, we didn't get a shot of it, but he did run in on the left side of the map and lost some of his Marines to the siege tank fire finally. So things are looking about even at the moment in terms of supply.
Exactly, and with MMA building more SCVs and Polt losing a lot of them when MMA took down his third, we are on the nearly the same amount of SCVs, so army supply is even as well. 104 against 102 supply right now.
Yeah, but if we look at the income tab, though, Polt is behind right now because he actually is almost mined out in his expansion base, in his natural, so he's not able to mine effectively, and very soon that's going to drop a lot.
+3 is done for MMA.
Oh, jeez.
Which gives him a significant advantage when it comes down to the DPS. Polt is still on 1-1.
Oh, God. Yeah, MMA's Marines are going to slaughter Polt in a Marine fight.
And he's going again for the base at the top left, and that orbital won't be done in time.
Oh, scans go off. The tanks are attacking Polt's tanks, and Polt is not counter-scanning, losing tanks for no reason.
He's canceling the orbital attack and lifting it up, trying to escape, but losing more and more mining time, obviously, in his third base.
Wow. And oh, Polt is going for one last attempt at a counterattack. He's got a siege tank set up, hoping to deter a full-on assault, while he goes for a major drop with pretty much most of his army.
But MMA is going to spot that with his... Oh no, he's not. He's dodging the base.
Oh, he's dodging the third.
He's actually trying to attack the third.
Unless he's going to attack the third. MMA is bringing... He must smell something in the water because he's bringing his forces back now.
No, he's not going to attack the third. He's trying to go for the production buildings, and that's exactly what he should do.
MMA is... His Marines are separated from his medevacs, though. But it doesn't even matter. And he's charging his entire army into the front. Barracks goes down very fast. Another barracks is going to go down extremely fast as well. A couple Marines not able to pop out of it. He's just mowing down the production facilities so quickly.
Okay.
Oh, and he catches him on the ramp. Huge concave. MMA does stutter step up into there, so he is able to get a advantage, though, and that's what happens when you have 3-2 versus 1-1 upgrades.
Exactly. Polt is behind. He's down to 94 supply right now. MMA needs to rebuild barracks, and that's what he's doing. And Polt suiciding his army into the sieged-up tanks. A final desperate attempt to get ahead in this game. That's the GG. MMA takes the group.
Wow.
Well done.
So MMA is your victor. He is going directly to the semifinals. He does not pass go. He does not collect $200. He is on his way to collecting several $1,000, because if you win the finals of this tournament, you get 40 grand. And he is going directly to the semifinals. Lenok is going to be second in the group. So he is going to be facing the third place from yesterday's group, which is MC in the round of 6. And third place in the group is going to be Polt. So he's going to be facing the second place from yesterday's group, which I believe is MVP.
Donragu.
Which is Dongragu. Okay, sorry about that. So there you go. And MMA is going directly into the semifinals, where he's going to face the winner of Polt versus Dongragu in the semis. Yeah. And then it'll be on to the finals. So remember to come back tomorrow. It's going to be the round of 6 tomorrow. So you're going to get to see those two matches of Dongragu versus Polt, and MC versus Lenok. Those are going to be great matches as well.
Definitely.
Wow, these have been... this whole tournament, I mean, what do you expect? I mean, I don't know why I didn't expect it more, to have every game be absolutely ridiculous when you have basically the biggest stars in the world of StarCraft all pitted against each other. Here's the final results.
MMA taking the first place. Lenok ends up second, and Polt takes the third place in the Group B. Yeah, that was certainly something.
And I do want to hand it to Nesty. Played very well, got outplayed a little bit, but was a strong opponent. And Naniwa as well. He barely lost all of his games,
and the sad
with the exception of that fourth game. And that game wasn't. I don't know why we even played that game. So don't give him flack for throwing it away, because it was basically a waste of time at that point.
The thing is, Naniwa played amazing, but everyone will be talking about the last game now that he threw away.
Yeah. Yeah, by the way, we just saw the bracket. I was right. Dong Regu took first in the group, so he's going to be in the semifinals. Yeah.
Did I mix that up?
Yeah.
Apparently. Okay.
Sorry
Sorry for that.
No, that's right. So we're actually going to have Polt versus MVP. It's going to be one of the round of 6 games tomorrow. So that should be entertaining. And, but yeah, just start to finish, excellent games. Had some long macro games. We had some short cheese games. We had some long cheese games. We had some short macro games.
Everything that you want.
We had everything in this series, in this group, and it's just going to get crazier from here on out.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's it for today.
I think that's it for the day, indeed.
Moltrap, thank you very much. It was fun, as usual.
As usual. So we're going to close on that. Again, go to gomtv.net/ticket and check out the ticket prices there. You can figure it out for yourself. Remember, tomorrow, as it says right there, go to the polls that we have before each match and click on who you think is going to win each match. It's always fun to see who people think is going to win, and we get to see if there's an upset or not. And that's going to pretty much do it. I'm Moltrap, with me is Keldor.
Ladies and gentlemen,
see you next time.